Can you see this?
Yes, sir.
So this is a problem we can take. This is a commonly asked problem. There are certain varieties in this. This type of problem you might have already done in vibrations. Nothing new in that.
So
Here
dashboard is
there is one
given
mass
directly
M
B2,
is
sir.
there, and mass M1 is there, and mass M2 is there. So this mass M2 and mass M1 is connected by means of one spring K2 and one damper B2, whose damping coefficient is B2. And here there is one spring which is K1 connected to a rigid wall. So the boundary line is, that is, this is a rigid body. And we are neglecting friction between this wall and mass M1 and mass M2. Assume they are not touching. And that means even though they are touching, their friction is negligible. And here I am pulling this mass M2 by means of a force F, due to which the mass M2 will move with a displacement x2, whereas mass M1 is moving with displacement x1. Now, here you have to draw what is known as a transfer function of this particular system. In this particular system, you have one force, that is one input, but there are two outputs. The two outputs are x1 and x2. See, the transfer function model is applicable to single input, single output type of system. But we can find out two different transfer functions, one corresponding to x1 and one corresponding to x2. So both can be obtained like this. So here, if you see that, then I will start with mass M1. If I draw a free body diagram of mass M1,
Excuse me, sir.
this mass M1 is connected by one spring force K1
Excuse me, sir.
and another force, K2 and P2. And this side there is spring K1, and this mass M1 has a displacement x1. This is what is the nature. Now see the directions of the arrow. I have similar here. I have to mention the directions of the arrow first. See here, if I find out the directions of the arrow, the force F is towards right. So whole body is moving towards right. This whole body, when it is moving towards right, displacement x1 has to be assuming that it is on the right. I don't know whether x1 is on the right or left. I know x2 may be on the right, but x1 I don't know at present. Assume that x1 direction is right. If the x1 direction is right, that means right side I am taking positive. So here, that means this motion, which whole body is trying to move towards right, means the opposing motion, opposing force will be generated by spring K1 that will try to pull the body towards left. Similarly, the mass has a inertia which is on towards left because it will also try to move towards left. Similarly, the spring force K2 and spring force damper force P2 are also towards left because they are all opposing. Hence, now I will draw the free body diagram for this particular thing. That means for mass M1, I have to write M1 x1 double dot. Double dot stands for d square x by dt square. That is the inertia force. All left hand side forces I am taking plus k1 into x1 because it is a spring force, has to be multiplied by displacement. Then K2 is there. See here plus, because I am showing it towards, I am assuming that also to the left. I don't know whether it is on the left or right. If assumed direction is correct, then you will get a positive sign. Assumed direction, if it is wrong, then you will get a negative sign. So here you can see that once you get the force here, yeah, tell me.
So why is the dashboard B2 and why not B1, sir?
Naming can be anything.
No, naming I have done like that.
Okay.
It is between B1 and B2. I have named it as B2. That's all. You can name it as B1 also. Just to identify these two are, if both the springs are same, suppose, then I can put as K only. If the spring stiffness are K only, both the springs can be of same spring stiffness also. So naming can be anything, and this is given in the problem.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Then the next term will be there, plus, I will write it at the top because there is no space here. It is K2 into, similarly, it is into displacement. For mass M1, I will write X1 greater than X2. That's why X1 minus X2. So whole thing, there is no force acting on this. So hence it is equal to 0. Hence it is equal to 0. This is equation number 1. Similarly, I will, this is the whole body. I have solved for mass M1. I have written one equation. Each equation has to be written for each mass, because mass is moving with the fixed, the displacement is given on the mass, not on anything else. So the mass M1 cannot move with the X1 minus X2. It will always move with X1 only, because X1 is mentioned on it. So similarly, for mass M2, I will draw the free body diagram. Say this is mass M2. Its force acting on the mass M2 is F of T. Here, the inertia component of mass M2 is acting towards left, because the force is trying to pull the mass on right direction. Because of that, X2 is in the right direction, and mass will try to move towards left, because it is an inertia, it is opposing that. It is an inertia force equation. When it is an inertia force equation, it is on the left direction. Similarly, here there is one spring K2. It is also on the left, because it will try to pull it back. Similarly, here B2, that is also going to pull it back. So all three are opposing forces, that is due to mass M2, spring K2, and damper B2. Whereas on the other side, the force is there. So you can write down the equation. If you write down the equation, I will write down the equation for that. M2 X2 double dot, because mass is moving with only one displacement, that is X2 only, plus B2, one end of B2 is moving with displacement X1, another end is moving with X2. So as I am writing down for mass M2 now, so you have to write it as X2 dot minus X1 dot. Okay, there I have written X1 dot minus X2 dot. Here for this mass I am writing X2 dot minus X1 dot. That means the reactions are equal but opposite in nature. That indicates. So whether if it sleeps, then there is a problem. I have to make arrangement so that it will not sleep. Every time I have to say that start presentation, stop presentation. This has given me idea. I will make the screen time switch off, so it will start working. So anyway, we are also learning like that. Please bear with us. Then next term is regarding K2. K2 into bracket, once again I am writing down for mass M2. That means it is X2 minus X1, not X1 minus X2. and then here the function is acting is f of t. So this is what is equation number 2. So we have written two equations. When there are two equations and we have two unknowns are x1 and x2, that is two outputs are there and only one input is there, that is forcing function f of t. Right? Now I can write the Laplace transform of this. I will take the Laplace transform on both sides of the equation. Equation number 1, that is the first equation, the Laplace transform is m1 into s square, because second order x2 dot is x1 dot is there. So m1 x square s square into x1 of s. X is capital here. Then you have k1 into x1 of s plus k2 into bracket x1 of s minus x2 of s plus p2 s is there because dx by dt is there, means s I am taking it common outside, x1 of s minus x2 of s is equal to 0. Is it okay? So this is equation number 3.
So can you please repeat it?
We request you to write all the equations in a book.
No, I will try to share this file. Don't worry. I will. That means it is like your notes only, but they will not be clearly legible. It will take 3-4 pages. One equation means one page. So that is some problem will be there. Similarly, now the equation number 2, I will take a Laplace transform. Then it is m2 s square into x2 of s. Correct? Then because s square term will come because of d square x by dt square is there. Then you have b2 into bracket, b2s into bracket, x2s minus x1s, because here s is common, dx by dt is there. Then plus k2 into x2 of s minus k2 into x1 of s. I have written it separately, and is equal to f of t becomes f of s. This is equation number 4. Is it okay?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
So last slide, sir. So there, I guess some mistake is there.
This is the last slide.
Yes, sir. So k1 into x1s.
Here, this is it for mass m1. K1 into x1s is there at the top only. Because K1 is connected between mass m1 and rigid body on the left side, wall is there. So that is not moving. So when that is not moving, only x1 term will come. Whereas K2 and B2 are connected between mass m1 and m2, hence it is x1 minus x2 or x2 minus x1. For mass m1, I have written x1 minus x2. For mass m2, I have written x2 minus x1. That is the difference. Or you can write same thing with minus sign outside. That is also permissible. So instead of writing here also you can write x1 minus x2, but this sign should be minus. Okay?
Understood, sir. Yes, sir. Understood.
Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So these are 4 equations now. Out of that means 2 equations only I have modified. Now I will separate the variables of x1 of s. I will write all the terms corresponding to x1 of s in the equation number 3 for mass m1. So it is m1 s square plus k1 plus b2s plus k2. This much will come here if I take x1 common in equation number 3. Then x2 will be with the minus sign because both the x2 terms are with the negative sign. x2 of s into bracket, what will remain is p2s plus k2 and is equal to 0, equation number 5. So this is for mass m1 simplified version. Then similarly, you can write for equation 4, I will separate the variables of x1 and x2. I will take x2 first, x2 of s into bracket, m2s square plus b2s plus k2 will be there, minus x1 of s into bracket, b2s plus k2 will be there, is equal to f of s will be there. This is equation number 6. Now see equation number 5 and equation number 6. This is equation number 5. This is equation number 6. Now equation number 5 is a algebraic equation. This is no longer differential equation. That is what is the advantage of Laplace transform. The basic job of the Laplace transform is to convert a differential equation into algebraic equation. And these algebraic equations can be solved. Now, see here, you have two equations. One is coefficient multiplied by x1 minus coefficient multiplied by x2 is equal to 0, one equation. And equation number 6, that is coefficient of x2 multiplied by its coefficient minus x1 multiplied by its coefficient is equal to f of s. That means it is like a simultaneous equation. Say a s1 x1 plus b x2 is equal to c. Similarly, d x1 plus e x2 is equal to f. This type of equation. Now there are two equations and two variables, x1 and x2. Find out x1 and x2 separately by your usual algebra. So here, such a complex equation cannot be solved by using regular algebraic method. So we have to use what is known as a determinant. So if you want to see the determinant method, suppose I want output as x1 of s. Okay, if I want x1 of s, then I have to write one determinant in the denominator. In the determinant in the denominator is always a coefficients of x1 and x2. So two variables. So coefficient of x1 in the first equation, coefficient of x1 in the first equation is m1 s square plus k1 plus b2 s plus k2. This is first coefficient. Then you have coefficient of x1 in the second equation, that is minus b2s plus k2. Then coefficient of x2 in the first equation is minus b2s plus k2. It will be same. It is called as coupler element. It is called as coupler element. And here coefficient of x2 in the second equation is m2s square plus b2s plus k2. This is the denominator determinant. So this is the denominator determinant. Now you have to write the numerator determinant. Numerator determinant, see, we are finding out x1 means, so the first column is gone. First column is gone, that is coefficient of x1 you have to remove. So only you have to write the coefficient of second variable, that is x2, and right hand side of the equation. So in the first equation, the coefficient of x2 is minus b2s plus k2, and coefficient of x2 in the second equation is, here it is already there, m2s square plus b2s plus k2, whereas right hand side of first equation is 0, the second equation is f of s. This is what is denominator. Rubber. Sorry. I have interchanged column. This 0 has to come this side and this has to go this side. Anyway, it will only lead to nothing on that. So I will write it like that. For simplicity, I have written like that. So the minus sign will not be there, it will be plus sign. Otherwise, if you want I to rewrite, I will rewrite. Would you like to have a rewritten equation? So I will rewrite, that is better, I think. Numerator only is a problem, denominator is always same. So I am rubbing it. So right hand side of the equation, first equation is 0. Right hand side of the second equation is f of s. Coefficient of x2 in the first equation is minus bs plus bs plus b2s plus k2. And right hand side of the second equation is coefficient of x2 in the second equation is m2s square plus b2s plus k2. This is how the determinant look like. So that means now what you have to do. So earlier by writing this way, the sign was negative, no other change will be there. How to solve this determinant? This multiplied by this minus this multiplied by this divided by this multiplied by this minus this multiplied by this. So this is how I will do it. So x1 of s is equal to, in the numerator you have p2s plus k2 into f of s, and in the denominator you have m1 s square plus k1 plus k2 k2 plus p2s multiplied by m2 s square plus k2 plus p2s minus of minus plus once again minus b2s plus k2 whole square. Okay, this is what is the final. This is the numerator, this is the denominator. This is x1, that is our output. This is f of s, that is input. So now I want a transfer function. As per the definition, transfer function is output divided by input. So it is x1 of s divided by f of s. That is the final step. I will do it. So the final step will be equal to transfer function x1 of s is divided by f of s is equal to b2s plus k2 in the numerator. Denominator, these two brackets minus this bracket whole square. This will come as it is. Similarly, you can do it for x2 also. If you want to do it for x2, the same determinant has to be repeated. Determinant doesn't change, it will remain same. In the numerator, you have to first write the coefficient of x1, and after that you have to write right hand side of the equation. When you write the right hand side of the equation, then you will come to know the numerator term transfer function will change. Only part numerator term will change. It will be becoming equal to m1 s square plus k1 plus k2 plus b2s. That will be in the numerator, and the denominator remains same. Is it clear? I will try to share this file with you after the class. Is it okay? Can you hear me? You can unmute the mic and ask me the questions.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
I think it should not be a problem for you because you have much more complicated problems you have done in your classes.
Yes, sir.
And similar type of equations you have written also.
Sir, the similar thing that you did with the help of determinant can be done by simply using
Yes, you can do
Hamiltonian
it by
linear
any
equation.
other method also. It is not that, see, this is a common method which is easy to understand, that I am doing. You can go by successive substitution method also. You find use equation number 1, substitute value of x2 from the first equation into x1, and you can find out. But what happens is, if there are lengthy things are there, then the problem is the lengthy thing creates the problem. That means it is sometimes becomes complicated. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So I will stop the class today, and we have any